guys, welcome back. I am Leanne and this is my channel, Small Town Stitches. We did a little bit of a different background today. We'll see how that goes. As you see, I have my ink circles piece kind of next to me as well as my window. So how is everybody doing today? I cannot believe we're ending March pretty much already. Let me open my calendar right now. It is March 20th, so next Saturday is the last day in March already. It's insane to me. I hope everyone had a fabulous week. I had a great week. Thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. That meant a lot to me. I was not expecting that. So, yeah. So Tuesday, March 16th was my birthday. I turned 34. And I spent it at work, and then I came home and I made dinner, and it was a normal day. There was nothing special about my birthday, but thank you so much for everyone for thinking of me. It was very, very sweet of you. Also, thank you so much for everyone for participating in my stitch along that I did for my birthday. The Stitch What You Love B-Day Sal is what we were using on Instagram. If you would like, please feel free to join and continue to tag your pieces because I am loving that. So this week was a little bit interesting for my daughter. So she's fine. Please take a sigh of relief, a deep breath. But Thursday night we got a phone call that someone in her class had tested positive for COVID. So the class is shut down for 2 weeks. All the kids are home. So they got a random day off on Friday they weren't supposed to have. And we are waiting to kind of receive instruction from her teacher as far as what the plan is for next week. So it'll obviously be virtual, but we are kind of playing that by ear right now. And then the week after, so the last 3 days of March into April, the week for Catholics of Holy Week leading up to Easter. I'm not Catholic, but I was just throwing that out there. It was their spring break. We weren't planning on going anywhere or doing anything anyways. I still am going to be at work. She was just going to kind of chill at home with my husband, but yeah, now she'll be home anyways, but she'll be able to go back to school Monday, May 5th, so the day after Easter. So she's excited. The most thing she is devastated about is they were going to have a pajama day next Thursday, and she's missing that. She's home. She can wear her pajamas all the time, but it's different because it was going to be at school. It's a big deal for them when they get to do something like that because they wear uniforms all the time. So, but other than that, everything is doing good. Our dryer went down last week. Thank the Lord above. It was just a pilot light, $20, and that is fixed. So I do not have a lot of stitching this week. One, I didn't stitch for 2 days, and then 2, my crochet bug has been taken off like a storm. So that's part of the problem as well. So I did stitch on 2 projects. So before my stitch along for my birthday started, I decided after the video to break out Loved by You from Hello by Liz Matthews. I will insert a picture of what this will look like when it is completed. This is a stitch along piece that I started with Tiffany from Tiffin Stitches. So we decided to do a new start of any pattern by Liz Matthews, and the hashtag was Liz Matthews 2021 Sal. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up and I'll put it below. So I did over 2 days, 369 stitches on this. I am enjoying just doing a row every month on this. Hopefully I'm inserting a picture of where this was last time. So I did, and this is where it is now. So I love this. it is on a piece of just gray tan fabric from To Dye For Fabrics that is unnamed. And I'm using Midnight Teal by Victorian Motto. I'm used up what I already owned for this piece. So that is where it is right now. It is not ironed. I apologize, but I just added the 2B in. I love monochromatic pieces, and I'm really realizing that about myself. So I'm kind of odd. So I either like monochromatic pieces or I go off the deep end and like full coverage with a bajillion colors. There's no in between. Anybody else like that? Also, my husband is gone at Home Depot right now. So if you hear dogs running and a 6-year-old running, I'm sorry. They're a little nuts in my house today. So the piece I started on my birthday for the Stitch Along Stitch What You Love B-Day sale. I was originally going to start a full coverage, which if you've been watching my videos, you would know. But I decided the last video that I wanted to switch that up. There was another project I've really been wanting to do for quite some time that I decided to do. And that is the Prairie Life Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. Let me just say real quick, if you are not stitching on this piece yourself, these flowers are 119 stitches a piece. These flowers. So far, let's see. I didn't stitch on the 15th. I spent time getting everything kitted up and ready. I have 316 stitches in. How ironic, I've done 316 stitches. So apparently my daughter is taking Cupcake, well, she's the larger of the two, but the younger of the two dogs, the puppy, outside. So you're probably going to hear the Alexa announce that there's motion detected at the back door because they're outside. So this is my progress so far. Fabric everywhere. Yep, that's it. 119 a piece. So the first night, my birthday, I only got one flower done. And then I took a night off. I took St. Patrick's Day off. The second night, I did this flower, and that's it. And last night, I did this start of the line and some leaves. I am actually in the mood to stitch today, but have I been able to yet? No. I went grocery shopping, put groceries away. I'm working on laundry. You know, mom stuff, mom life today. So that's the start of it for so far. I am using the Called For fabric. No, I'm not using the Called For fabric. I'm using the Called For threads for this piece, -1. I did not have Weeks molasses, so I substituted it out for what I did have, and I am using, instead of Weeks molasses, I'm just using her Hickory Sticks by Classic Colorworks. So what I was doing the day before my birthday on the 15th, I made thread drops for all of them and put them on here. So I took them off, did my own thing so I can pull strands at a time, and I think they're so pretty. I love them. Some of them are different. And then I tried to put the symbol on the back so I don't have to look it up every time. Have I done that yet? No, I haven't used that. And then I just put them on giant rings. I bought these from Amazon. The paper I bought through, I want to say, was Amazon as well. I totally cheated and used Scotch tape on the sides of them. They're for me. I don't care. So that is my start for that so far. I am not feeling to really switch it out yet. I really want to get some progress on my husband's piece, the surprise one. So I am thinking for this just to kind of give it a week, but I don't know. Let's talk something else that I've been doing so far, but I haven't told you guys about, because every single time I want to, I forget. So I am also participating in the Whip Go led by Jessie Marie of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Mine I'm doing a little bit different though. So what Whip Go is, if you are unfamiliar, I am sure you are, because I'm the last person to talk about this. But Whip Go is kind of like bingo. Instead of B-I-N-G-O, you have W-I-P-G-O. And it looks like this. And there are 25 spots, and every month she calls, I think, 2 numbers. But January had 3. So January was 6, 13, and 18. So 6, I have a mini Hometown Hero Firefighter page finish. 13, I have a 2020 sampler finish project. It's colored in because I did that. And 18 is my ink circles piece project finish. It's colored in because that is done. February was 20 and 4. 4 is a Halloween night page finish. 20 is a Frozen page finish. Those aren't done. March is 10 and 24. 24 was a new start, and it was my cowl. That's done. And then the 10th is a mini Hometown Hero Firefighter 1 week progress. So that's not done either. So my thing I'm doing with this is stuff I would like to see done in a year. So what I'm doing is not so much a goal of finishing these every month and the month that it's called in. My goal is to finish that by the year. I want to see this whole board colored in by the end of the year. So that is where I'm at. I wanted to talk about it because I have not brought it up. So a lot of mine, I've even, like my full coverage, I want page finishes in, but a lot of my other ones I have taken and given 1 week progress. I do see the 2017 Linen and Sampler is on here, but since then I have nixed that project. It's a no-go. I got rid of it. So we'll have to kind of revamp this a little bit, and I may have to make some changes to it. All right, let's talk the thing I have been addicted to, which is my crochet. So since we last talked, I did quite a bit. So I showed you the February Treehouse Knits yarn that came in. I balled it and it looks like this. It is stunningly beautiful, and it is my color completely. So I wanted to get these caught up as much as I possibly could before March's gets here. The one thing with me, these are all being, I had my friend Tiffany asked, these are all going to be striped blankets. So Hogwarts will be its own blanket. Lord of the Rings will be its own blanket. And then the Treehouse Knits Yarn of the Month will be its own blanket. I am keeping, out of all 3 of those, I am keeping 1. The other 2 will be gifts. And I know where they're going. Pretty sure I know where they're going. But I'm not going to say it because I know for a fact one of them watches this channel. I don't think the other one even knows I do this. So I have done a lot since then. I was working on, what is going on with this right now? I was working on the white, the off-white cream color. I finished that. I finished all of February. I did a lot. When I don't want to think at night, it's great. It's mindless stitching for me. And I love it. So the next one, this one is done, will probably be either Lord of the Rings or Hogwarts. I'll start on those. So this is where it is now. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. So it does look a little stripy, but it's supposed to. So last time I saw you guys, I was right here working on this. So I finished 2. I decided to just go 2 instead of the 4 like I was mentioning in my last video. And then I did 4 rows of February, 2 more rows, 3 rows, 2 rows, and then I will start March. So this is where it is now, and I love this. I think it's beautiful. So this has been where a lot of my time has gone. Instead of stitching, I have been addicted to my crochet. So I do need to make some different bags for these, especially, or switch this one out now that it is getting larger, because I am using my project bags for it right now. But a normal project bag is getting a little snug for that. Okay, let's talk haul. I have 2 things, not a lot. I mentioned in the last video I was thinking of a black yarn for the Hogwarts one to make the colors pop. So I bought some black yarn, didn't really pay attention to the size of the yarn. Instead I was more focused on the weight. But now I need more because 2 of them this size will not be enough for that whole entire blanket. I showed it to my husband. He was like, those are really small. I'm like, yep, this is like 1 month worth right here. So definitely have to revamp that. But this was one purchase that I made. Oh man, so the other thing I bought, my mom, if you remember, kind of back around Christmas time, bought me some snips. I have never used snips before. I've always used scissors, like most of us. Well, after using snips, I am addicted. I love them, and scissors are now to me. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, they come like this. Well, you can buy a different one. My friend Susanna, I showed her a link, and she bought, I want to say it was like 10 or 14, I don't know. But I bought a 3-pack. They come like this. I'll take one out. They look like this. And this is all it is. It's fabulous. You can get so close to your fabric, closer than I can with scissors. So if you are looking for something different, I highly recommend you check these out. I can link where I bought mine. It's a 3-pack below on Amazon. Or you can just look up snips. Thread snips, I think they're called. So highly recommend. Love them. Not sponsored. I mean, you can sponsor me if you want, but I'm not sponsored. I just like them, so I'm sharing them with you. All right, that is all I have, I believe. This week, I want to work a little bit more on my Prairie Life sampler, start Firefighter, because that needs to come back out. I would like to also work on my either the Hogwarts or the Lord of the Rings blanket and get that started. And I really need to work on that cardigan. I've been so into these these granny striped blankets that I haven't really done anything on my cardigan since I last showed you guys. So I think that's all I have. Let's talk about some Flosstubers before we get off. So I'm going to just mention a couple friends of mine that I would love for you guys to go check out. They're not necessarily new, but they're people that are near and dear to my heart. So the first is going to be Susanna Rebuilding Brosy. I have known Susanna since Susanna was little. I'm the older of the two of us. Susanna has been through a lot in her life. She's still going through a lot. She has a lot on her plate that is not mine to really tell. But she is a champ. I am so impressed with her, the way she handles herself, the way she takes care of her parents, and I highly recommend you go check her out. She is Rebuilding Rosie here on Flosstube, and she doesn't get a lot of love, and I think she should. Next is going to be Tiffany, who is Tiffin Stitches. Tiffany and I have become very good friends, and we met all through here in Flosstube. I live in the Mitten State, and she lives in Texas. So Tiffany and I FaceTime sometimes while we're stitching, which ends up into us just talking. And we probably text daily. So I highly recommend you go give Tiffany a watch if you haven't, a subscribe, because she deserves it as well. And the last that I'm going to talk about right now is Melanie. Melly Stitches. Everybody knows Melanie. Everybody loves Melanie. And I am one of those on Team Melanie also. We have become better friends this year. Melanie only seriously lives like 40 minutes south of me, and we've never met. She is also a mitten stitcher, so yay for us mitten stitchers. I know there's me, there's Melanie, there's Jen Upton, there is Trisha, who is 3 Hour Threads. We're all mitten girls. So I highly recommend you give Melanie a watch as well. Melanie has named her sewing machine, and it cracks me up because she will just name drop it like she's talking to a person in her videos, and I love it. But she also has went from 0 to 100, from not knowing how to use a sewing machine to making her own pillows, and now she's venturing into making her own project bags too. So yes, those are some of my friends. I highly recommend you go check them out. So I am going to go put this away. Make sure my daughter and dog didn't run off somewhere. They're probably running around the yard chasing each other right now. So I hope you all have a absolutely fabulous week. Last full week of March, which is nuts. And I will see you guys hopefully next week for our March wrap up, which we won't really wrap up the month because we've been doing weekly videos. So have a fabulous week. Remember, your mental health is important, so to take time for yourself each and every day in whatever form you choose that is. And take care of yourself, take care of others, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.